Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I would like to thank you guys for tuning in to Only the Realist. I hope that you guys have all had a wonderful day out there, and be mindful that this reading will not resonate with every single one of you. There are millions of energies on planet Earth. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in. This is going to be a life reading, okay? We're going to try to do this one a little quickly, okay? I got a limited amount of time right now, so but either way, this is going to be a live reading, and we're going to jump right in. All right, with that, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, anxious to find out what's coming next here, I see. Okay, but you're being asked to wait for the answer to the message of the sign before you proceed forward. Okay, you are coming into a new cycle, all right, which means new experiences, new people, new places, new things to see and involve yourself with, right? Right? But this comes in hand with these changes that you're creating within yourself right now. There are changes that you're creating within yourself. When we do come across a new cycle, changes are implemented or are in the process of being implemented so that we're able to, move with the groove in our new cycle, right? A lot of you guys have broken old patterns. A lot of you guys have broken away from old family and friends that no longer served you. A lot of you guys have broken away from places that were traumatic or had a lot of negative experiences in. And a lot of you guys are also allowing things that are addictive to you to be let go of, right? And that's a whole bunch of different categories, but anything that's negative that you're addicted to and you know that it's not helping you move forward, um I see you guys pulling away from those things, and that's really good, to be anxious about changes, right? We are coming into this energy of change, right? Things are changing. The development, right? Development. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. It's that slow rebuild, right? We're slowly building to coming back to what fulfills us and what gives us that energetic life force, right? There are certain things, right? There are people that have many things that they are attracted to, which keeps them going, and then there are people that have just those specific things, right? Right now, in the form of change, the things that you the pile of things that you enjoy doing are being minimized to things that actually matter, right? Because unfortunately we can't complete every single thing that we have in mind, right? We can complete goals, but we cannot complete all of the creations or the projects or things that we have been having in our minds or as ideas for quite some time, right? We have to understand that there are things that we must let go, right? So that we can focus on that one or those few things that we are capable of, creating. All right, this is good here. This is good right here. Change. I got something similar to this in the last reading. Change. A big highlight on change, right? A lot of you guys have been stuck in that one place, in that one mindset, around those same people, doing the same things, learning the same things, but wanting change, right? Wanting change. Are you gonna want it so much to where you don't make a change? Look at that. Back to all of those things I was saying that you're holding. You're too many things, so many things that you have put yourself up against, right? Which is not bad, but it becomes a struggle when you have so many things to complete and you can't complete any of them, right? Let's start off with the first things that we can complete, right? Let's just start there, right? It may be difficult, right? It may be change, right? But it's there, right? Ace of Pentacles, the ultimate wish fulfillment of stability, build, right? Stability. That's that grounding connection to what you should be focused on, right? That grounding connection. Whatever you're truly focused on, or whatever you truly love, the thing that keeps you going, the thing that you can come back to in 2 weeks and still feel the same about, focus on that. That is what's going to help you evolve, right? That's what's going to help you bring in these opportunities of stability, right? Opportunities of stability. Ten of Pentacles. That's good right there. With the moon at the bottom of the deck. A lot of curiosity, guys. Yeah, see, it's always the things that people can't see that makes them kind of weary about moving things forward, right? Don't be afraid of this darkness, right? Whatever you're about to face, right? We're coming up against the full moon here in a couple days. So whatever changes you are about to face, do not be afraid of these changes. Allow these changes to happen. And not only do you allow these changes to happen, put yourself at the front row seats of these changes happening. That means you putting in that effort to create the rotation of these changes happening, right? Because we can simply see changes, but if we don't put the effort in to keep that change going so that new other alternative changes later on come, then we have a problem, right? Put yourself inside of that change, right? If you find yourself not enjoying being around those people anymore, and you are telling yourself this in your mind, your life is literally saying, hey, there's these negative things going on with these people. There's these negative talks, all of these things not helping you move forward, and they're not moving forward, and they're keeping you back. All of these things, you think about them. Any person that any other person is around, they're going to have thoughts about them, whether that's good or bad. You know what I mean? We're talking about the people that are trying to move away from these things, right? So if you are trying to move away from a specific group of people, whether that's family or friends, and you know that they're not good for you, they're not elevating you, they're not supporting you, they're not being compassionate towards your struggle, they're not, you know what I mean? All of these things, that means that you got to make that effort to move away from them. It doesn't matter how long you know them. It doesn't matter how much you love them. It doesn't matter. All of these things don't matter, because at the end of the day, your growth is what's being halted by keeping that in your life. Same thing goes with people that are dealing with addictions, right? Alcoholic, drug addict, or gambler, or, you know, just negative things that impact your growth, right? It's time to really think and create movement, right? And to the people that are dealing with places, right? I want to get out of this place so bad. There's nothing here for me. There's no one here for me. I can't grow here. There's no opportunities. Well, then make the movement to create that change, right? Start going online, looking up places and people that could possibly help you get to somewhere else, to where you can obtain more opportunities. You know what I mean? It's not as simple as sitting there and saying, well, I hope I get an opportunity to go somewhere else. No, that never happens. There's no hoping. There's no wishing. You have to create movement. You have to. But yeah, that curiosity right there, that's okay, because you're looking at growth here. This is potential, right? This is what we call a spiritual inheritance. You are being given the opportunity to create more, right? To create more. But you can't see that yet. Sorry. Where is it at? Well, it went somewhere. It was the moon, but you can't see that because the moon is in the way. And right now, it's giving light and clarity and option to everything that you're wanting change in. You better see it though. You know what I mean? You got to see it. Right? That's up to you though. We have the Ace of Wands. The ultimate wish fulfillment of manifestation. You can't go wrong with that. Look at that. Right now, heal. Healing is your main priority right now. Healing. I'm not talking about going shopping, getting your hair and nails done, going out and buying the brand new Jordans or whatever. This is not healing. Paying to have your happiness fulfilled is not healing. Let me say that again. Paying to have your happiness fulfilled is not healing. It's not. I'm tired of people saying that. Oh, you need to go and heal. You need to go and go shopping. You need to go buy some new stuff, make yourself feel better, go out and take a vacation. None of these things are going to heal you. These are temporary happinesses. Temporary. You cannot buy your emotions. You cannot buy your mentality. You cannot buy your physicality. And you cannot buy your spirituality. None of these things you can purchase. So when you hear healing, that means that you go and sit to yourself like you should. Whether you know what I mean? Some people, I can't stand being by myself. So what? That's a part of healing. And maybe that's a part of the problem that you have, is not being able to sustain being by yourself. So go and fix that. Healing. See? So we have healing, which is creating this abundance of change for you. That's when you know you're doing something good, is when change is coming and you're healing from things, right? Which is removing things from your life, whether that's thoughts, people, places, things, actions, commitments. All of these things surface around your healing, right? All of it. You cannot pay to heal someone. You can't. There's no such thing. Manifesting. You're wanting to manifest this greatness. But you know what you got to do first? You have to maintain healing first. Right? And sure, some people might say, well, why are those people that have money, they haven't done any healing? They're not great. Do you not understand that? You'll find very few people who have a bunch of money who are actually great human beings. They didn't steal to get to where they're at. They didn't kill to get to where they're at. They didn't manipulate anyone to get to where they're at. They didn't hurt anyone to get to where they're at. And they didn't treat anyone like crap to get to where they're at. That's the very few people. All the rest of them, they did every single category that I just named off just to get there. Look around you. They didn't learn anything. They're not healed. They didn't heal anything. That money didn't heal them. All it did was give them temporary happiness. That's all it did. That's it. Now, see, if they would have worked on those things before they became what they were, which is why they're going to go through it while they're, rich or famous or whatever. See? But that's the difference between somebody who struggles to get there, right? And it takes practice. It takes a long time to learn yourself, right? To learn yourself. I can easily go and sell drugs and make money right now. I can easily go down the street and rob somebody's house for jewelry or whatever they have as an investment or asset. I can easily go in and steal someone's idea and make it my own and come up like that. I can easily go and do so many dangerous, devilish, evil things, right? Giving away my free will to get some toilet paper. You understand? To get toilet paper. When I can just go through my life's experience that the universe wants me to go through to see how real life is. Life is not real when you have a bag of money with you. It's not. Because why? You can go and buy whatever you want. That's why it's important to learn before you have money, right? Before anybody puts $1 in your hand, you should learn how to be a freaking human being. That's why people who go through the greatest struggles and become successful are more powerful than people that were born with success. Because they know how to treat human beings. They know how to treat themselves, right? And they know what it means to have money. People still today think that money is a god. No, it's a tool. You use it to create more resources. That's what you use it for. It amplifies whatever life experience you have. But it doesn't teach you how to communicate with others, doesn't teach you how to treat others, doesn't teach you how to honestly make your money as an honest human being. It doesn't teach you any of those things. Your life experience teaches you that. That's the difference. And that comes in with healing. That comes in with healing, sitting down with yourself and saying, all of these things aren't important. What is important is me learning how to love the life experience that I have, no matter what I have, learning how to love everyone who I meet in my life, and learning how to accept reality with or without money, right? A person that has a whole bunch of money right now, and they have a big house, they have a nice car, they have all of these riches and things. If they lost that today, they wouldn't know what to do. This is the key. This is the problem with people. They don't know. They wouldn't know how to freaking go and fish for fish if their life depended on it. Why? Because, it's okay. I'll just go and buy a $10,000, dinner tonight, which has the best fish in it. Okay, but the key was that you're not able to survive on your own without the money. That's the key. And most of us know that already, and we are not even rich. You know that when you don't have money, you feel like crap, right? You know that. You don't have enough money to pay your rent. You don't have enough money to buy all the food that you wanted. You don't have enough money to put into what you're investing in. You don't have enough money to create the things that you want to create. You feel like crap. Imagine that 10 to 100 times more as a rich person, and then have that ripped away from you. All of it. In one day, ripped. What are you going to do? Nothing. Because you don't have the knowledge to do anything. See? Life is interesting. Life made it to where we have to think this way. This is not me telling you my truth. This is the truth. When you don't have money, you feel like crap, which means that you weren't supposed to have it in the first place. None of us were supposed to have paper dollar toilet paper in the first place. None of us. But now that we have it and everybody's so money hungry about it, people don't know how to survive. No one knows how to survive without money. You have that small percentage of people that actually know how to go hunt, go fish, go, build their own little hut or tent if they need to outside. All of these things. Most people don't know how to do that. Don't know how to do that. Wouldn't even know at all. Most people would probably consider eating their animal if it came down to it, because they wouldn't know what to do. That's the difference. If money was stripped away from you right now, what would you do? That's the question. What would you do? Don't say what I know that most people would say. Well, I would just go and hunt and fish. And where's your experience of doing that? Where's your experience of doing that? It's been like what, 60, 70 years of generations of people not teaching their children how to fish, hunt, survive outside. No technical, critical thinking for survival. None. In the Western world, none. Majority of us, of none of us. You know what I mean? That's because money has been set in the way of your actual human experience. Is it so important now? Huh? Is it so important now that if it was taken away from you today, that you could survive without it? I honestly think most people would commit suicide if the paper dollar disappeared and we were stuck as a third world country. I think most people would commit suicide because we're so used to living in comfort. We're so used to living in this illusion of, well, money will take care of it all. No, it won't actually. It doesn't actually. Because you can see what money is doing right now. Money is on the verge of disappearing from America, to be honest. So be very vigilant on that. Six of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. Okay. Balance. There we go. So coming back into this place of balance. Okay. Knowing that things have been a struggle, knowing that things will still be a struggle, with the change that you're creating, right? But also knowing that it'll be very abundant with growth if you succeed with this change, with the free will that you've been given, right? You want something. Are you gonna go get it? Huh? Are you gonna go get it? If you want something, go and get it. People, places, and things. If you want something, go and get it. We have the Five of Swords. Yeah, the fight is over. With that perspective change, exactly, that change of perspective. That change of perspective. What's inside of me is what helps change the outside of me, right? It might not change everybody's life, but it may change what's in your life right now. You know what I mean? Which is the direction that you're going, right? And this perspective of knowing that things are coming to a halt for change is what is inspiring you and kind of motivating you in a way to just keep pushing forward, right? Just keep pushing forward. You know, it doesn't take overnight to obtain things, guys, right? Don't let people with quick come ups or overnight delusional success make you think that you are far behind. Remember that you doing the work on yourself and taking the time out to work on the things that you love to create the resources that you need, that is the most powerful thing. Because those people that have a fast come up or their quick delusional overnight success, it doesn't last long. Remember that. What lasts long is what you've been working on for years. That is what lasts long. If you know that you've been working on your inner self for years, you're going to see those changes. And then also putting that in with what you're creating to create resources for your life, that is what matters. And that's going to go on for your entire life. Because that's a story to tell. I've fallen down. I've hit my head. I've broken my freaking leg, bro. You know what I mean? All of these things you can say without saying, well, I just woke up one night. I woke up one day and I was just viral. Or, you know, I went and robbed this dude for $2,000 and I invested it in this and then I got famous the next day. You know, these overnight delusional success stories of people that do outrageous things for the quick come up, right? They typically don't survive that long. They just don't. And or they run out of acts, right? And that's the other difference. There's people that act out their life, and then there's people that actually live their life's experience. You know what I mean? I don't want people to look at me like I'm acting out my life. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person that acts out my life. You know what I mean? I gotta be around people to show them that I'm number one. You know what I mean? I gotta wear the most expensive things around all of my friends and family to show them that I'm big man or this and that. Nah, man. I want to live a normal life, and if I reach if I reach higher things from the things that I love to do, then that's great. You know what I mean? That's great. But that is not success. Success is you living your life and understanding yourself and creating and building things that are going to, create a story for yourself. You know what I mean? Anybody can have $1 million. Anybody can have $100,000. Anybody can have all of these amounts of money that people try to claim, superiority over others for. That doesn't mean anything because most of those people don't know anything. Calculating numbers and having a routine, cool. Anybody can do that. But that's not a way of success. That's a way of just having money. You know what I mean? Success has a story. God damn it. It has a story. Any great individual in history had a story. And majority of them were poor as hell. Didn't have anything. But they still loved what they did, obtained financial success from that, but also obtained a successful life from that by having a complete story of them being dead down at the bottom, right? Dead down at the bottom, and not wanting to harm others to create that, to create the story that they have, right? We don't want to go out and harm and steal and destroy other people's lives to create financial success for our lives. Because in the end, we're not going to have nothing. We're going to have stress and drama and all of these things that come with that. And possibly a bankrupt account. Keep moving strong, guys. You know what I mean? Keep moving strong. Keep moving strong. Ace of Swords. The ultimate wish fulfillment of communication. You're going to get some clarity, some truth, and it's going to come real quick. You know what I mean? It's going to come real quick. It's going to allow you to see some things that you haven't been seeing. This is powerful right here. It's going to allow you to see some things that you haven't been seeing. There's so many things that can, so many shiny things that can give us the illusion that we are gaining something from chasing the shiny thing. We learn how to run. That's one thing. Not only was it the bottom of the deck, it's now here in the reading. We have the Chariot moving fast. Yeah, you see here with the 9 of Wands, allowing those guards to be dropped down. You've been guarded for some time here, allowing non-progress to get to you, allowing the things that you've experienced to block you, to stop you. You know what I mean? Don't allow that to stop you. Don't allow that to block you. Drop it down. You know what I mean? See, when you have new sources of friendships, you drop those guards. When you have new places that you are going to experience, you drop your guards. When you experience new things in your life, you drop your guards. But when you're holding on to those same people, places, and things that had you in that space, right? Where you were like, you felt good, but you couldn't create anything, right? You felt good, but you couldn't create anything. It's time to get up out of that. You know what I mean? You felt good, but you couldn't create anything. That's a lack of energy. That means that in each direction and from your own mental thought and spirit, you are being drained. All of the thoughts, the passion, the experiences, the letdowns, the betrayals, all of it draining you, taking away your life force to create a story, for yourself. The story matters, guys. Don't let anyone ever tell you that the story doesn't matter, because you know the story has ruled over for centuries. We need stories as human beings to be able to understand what it is, right? Because why? We're actually living an experience that we don't even know if other beings before us, if there were, that experienced these things. We don't know that. So to have stories that document what we've done here on Earth is a magnificent thing. Because 100 years, 200 to 3,000 years from now, there may be some relics from today that are left in societies and civilizations that live on after us, that are going to look at that and they're going to be like, this guy lived out of his car. We live in spaceships today. You know what I mean? Like that kind of mindset. You know, these people are living in spaceships when we actually lived on an actual Earth. You know what I mean? So think about that. Think about that. That is important. 8 of Swords. To come out of this. What I was just talking about. That block, those mindsets that keep you stuck. Right? That keep you stuck. Put yourself in the mindset of saying, you know what? That thing used to bother me. But you know what? That's never going to bother me again. Oh, that person that sent you a text message, that when they used to send you a text message, you used to get really sad and depressed and start thinking about what they did to you. When they send you a message again, say, that doesn't bother me anymore. When you're around those same people that put you down, say, that doesn't bother me anymore. I don't need to be around this anymore. You know what I mean? When you're around the same area where you used to experience life and then it started turning to hell, yeah, you get out of there and you say, I don't need to be here anymore. That's your power over yourself. Trust me, I've been through it. I've been through that part of the experience. Of not knowing that I have the power in myself to say, you know what? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck you. Whether that's a thought, whether that's a person, place, or a thing. It's fuck you. Because after getting out of that experience and understanding that's how that works, as a key of learning, that's the stand-up call. You know what I mean? You still have people, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are still around the same people, places, and things that do not serve you. Yeah. Around the same people, places, and things that do not serve you. And a lot of people think that those people, places, and things that they're around that don't serve them, they actually think that they serve them. Crazy. That's just because they haven't got real deep in inside of their spirit yet. King of Cups. Yeah, you don't have to be great to learn the lessons that are given to you. You don't have to be intelligent. You don't have to be a genius. We all have experiences. And it's up to you to see these experiences that you experience for what they are. If someone's treating you like shit, no matter who they are, if they're treating you like shit, that's up to you to say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's not a hope or faith or God's gonna change this. No, it's up to you. That's all up to you. Doesn't matter how many years you go to church. If you have an abusive partner, an abusive friend, an abusive family member, they're gonna continue to be abusive to you until you make those changes to say, fuck you, no more. Do you not understand that? The changes are in you. Responsibility, King of Cups with the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Creating those responsibilities for yourself. Because that is how you create change. You can't do it any other way. No wishing, no hoping, no putting faith in God and this and that. No, none of that works. You have been given the free will to make your own decisions. If you want to sit back and let somebody control you, like we're all doing in the American system, with all of these governments and leaders and whatnot, then continue to do it. As you can see, it continues to happen. It doesn't change. Why? Because the people haven't got up and fight the system yet. That's why it hasn't changed. It's exactly like if I were to abuse you. It would take as long as it would take for you to figure out that I'm abusing you for that to change. That's how long it would take. It doesn't matter how many times you call on God to make me disappear. That's not going to change until you make that decision, bro. You. It's as simple as that. It's as simple. You know what I mean? There's no sitting back, oh, I'm going to pray that this person disappears and things get better. No. You're going to sit there and you're going to take the abuse until your mind kicks in and says, this is not right for me. Why am I still here? You know what I mean? That's a real life thing. And most people don't know that. Most people will say, well, I have faith that it will change. Well, this and that. No. And that's why you see them year after year after year after year still in the same mindset with the same people, saying the same thing. It's not going to change without you changing it. It's as simple as that. Two of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. Feeling like you don't have enough if you make this change. If you make this change, you feel like you don't have enough to make these changes. You do. Stop thinking that you don't. You do. Your changes are going to create the resources that you need, right? Not that you want. The resources that you need. You need food. Okay, create positive changes. Food's going to come. Okay, you need money. Okay, create positive changes. Money will come depending on what? Your actions. What efforts you put in to create that. You know what I mean? What efforts you put in to create that. That is up to you. But don't feel like you don't have enough. You definitely have enough. You have everything you need. It's just, it's not going to come as fast as you expect it to. It's just not. And for you to sit there and think that it's going to come when you want it to, or your wants are going to come before the needs come. No, it's not going to happen because your needs come automatically. Your wants come from the effort that you put in to create those wants or to have those wants. It's crazy. I mean, unless you want to do the devil's work and go and steal what you want, then that's a different scenario. But that also still comes with a decision, and that decision creates what? A cause and effect, right? So you can deal with that. Death, prison, you getting robbed, you getting beat up, you getting, whatever the devil has in store for you, or whatever evil has in store for you when you commit evil acts, you can deal with that on evil's time. Okay. 9 of Wands with 8 of Cups. This is that walk away ceremony. Drop them guards and what? Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You know that you're tired of just this endlessness of nothing ever happening. It never happens because you're still in this learning phase, right? Which we all always are. But there's certain categories of, those places that we're at, right? Certain categories of those places that we're at. You want to be all the way over here, but you're still down here because you haven't learned things from your inner self. You haven't learned how to, organize this and put this over here. You haven't organized this and put this over here and put this over here. And some people have other experiences. Some people don't have resources that other people have. So they have to kind of learn and go through that step by step and, just different things. But your life experience is just as powerful as anyone else's. Right? It's just as powerful as anyone else's. But if you can obtain the things that are at a higher place from where you're at, and you do that with patience, with understanding, with wanting to obtain wisdom and knowledge, with just walking the everyday life experience and creating a story for yourself, it's more than you can ask for. Anyways, guys, that's all that I have for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. I really like to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys have been with the gang, I love you guys so much. Monistique, and I'll catch you guys next time.